do you watch any of the, like the dancing shows?
Oh yeah.
What do you think about them? That says it all.
Yeah, right. So I do watch the dancing shows. I don't as much anymore. I have difficulty with them because I feel like when they started out, they really did a really great job of emphasizing the artists, the artistry, choreographers, the dancers themselves, their stories, things like that. And then as they kind of continued, the production level film-wise had to go up and entertainment-wise had to go up. And so sometimes I feel like that has bastardized the realm of like that dance. So it's like dance entertainment. Or
you think it's like dumbing it down so that people that are less they want to appeal to a wider audience, I imagine.
Sometimes I feel like it does do that, but more frequently than not, I feel like it is about making a full piece of entertainment. That's curious. A full piece of entertainment, like live as it's happening, and so they'll hit you with these camera angles and be like, I just kind of want to take in this piece for what it fully is.
Yeah.
And see it from like a bird's eye view for the most part,
as if you were there. As
closer to
all
as
the
if you were
cutting
there.
and that makes
and
sense.
so they get all the cutting, and then like the last season of So You Think You Can Dance, which is coming back but was really popular for a long time. The last one that I watched, they started doing things with like grayscale and black and white stuff, and it was like, it's really curious for performance art or entertainment.
Yeah.
But like as a person who wants to consume the dance for the sake of the choreography, for the artistry, and for the dancers, it takes me out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm curious too then, for someone like yourself, where do you go to appreciate that? Just, is it your only thing to go to like big time recitals? Or like where are you going to actually get to appreciate that then?
Yeah, for sure. Live production is where it's at.
Okay.
There's something beautiful and amazing about being in the place, in the room where it happens.
Yeah.
Where live performance is taking place, you know? So in Whitewater, they've got Young Auditorium. I saw Alvin Ailey there.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, big ballet company, all black ballet company, foundation.
Super cool.
For black dance, and really emphasizing that participation.
Yeah.
And so they were there, Young Auditorium. Gosh, I want to say I saw them probably 5-6 years ago at least.
Okay. Wow.
But then Chicago and Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense. We're right between the two cities, so you got some options.
Yeah. I'm pretty fortunate in that, but you're not wrong. Like as far as like big recitals or like even big competitions, like sometimes you go to some of these competitions and they put on pretty amazing pieces of artwork. And so competition is another one of those realms of dance where it's like diving more into like the sports side of things. And it's always curious how much artistry you'll find there. Frequently it is a lot, especially once you start getting like closer to the cities. And like, yes, are they going to have like the clean lines, and they're going to, you know, get the points for competition because they're synchronized and, you know, they've got this technique, but they're also usually demonstrating a high level of artistry, and the choreographers are pretty bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I imagine that it could go either way when it comes to like maybe a competitive aspect of it, where people might be forced to take bigger risks when it comes to the artistry side of things, and that's going to either pan out really good or maybe pan out not so good. And I was kind of curious as to, you know, what, as someone who, you know, it seems when you're talking about like these dance shows and how maybe they've kind of lost sight of, you know, what makes consuming dance really fun for yourself. Where these other shows in still competing, when you're going to these big competitions, whatever, they're somehow doing it in a way that is executed better. What do you think that is? Just because you're there in person, or do you think it's because they're doing whatever they're doing on the TV for, I don't know, what's the big one with the celebrities? Dancing with the Stars or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Would you ever do Dancing with the Stars? Become a coach?
Absolutely not.
No?
No way.
You would not?
No way.
I'm sure that payday is pretty good.
I can imagine. It probably is.
Celebrity,
Yeah,
get to hang out with somebody for a couple months.
and that's not like knocking them at all. Like what they do is amazing, and it requires like a specific skill set. But
different than what you're interested in doing.
right, definitely different than what I'm interested in doing.
That's fair. It's always interesting to hear when people are like in a specific field, and a lot of times like the popularized version of that is
Yep.
not usually. I mean, it's the same thing with like music artists, where it's like their biggest song is usually not the song that their fans are really fucking with all that much.
Exactly. Yep.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So you wouldn't do Dancing with the Stars. Are there? So for you to consume dance and enjoy it is usually live then.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's the experience. Live, and the best part too about it is like frequently when you're going to some of these shows, like depending on like the venue, you might have like a really intimate connection then with the dancers. So like if you're going to Madison and you're going to like black box theaters where you're almost like on the same level with them, you're literally in a small black box. It's a room that's painted all black.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're performing like right in front of you, and it's quite ephemeral and visceral experience, like just depending on the art obviously, but it can really get you going.
I can imagine that's and like you said, very intimate space like that.
Absolutely.
It's got to bring a different level to it. Hey, thanks for watching there, guy. Click right over here if you want to see that episode in its entirety, or you can click over here and subscribe to the channel. See all the other fun shit we do here. It's really up to you, guy.